Biotechnology. Biological techniques used to enhance products. Advances in science, many of them from scientists at USDA or through research funded by USDA, have opened up new options for farmers responding for market needs and environmental challenge. Many new plant varieties being developed or grown by farmers have been produced using genetical engineering, which involves manipulating the plant's genes through techniques of modern molecular biology, often referred to as recombinant DNA technology. These techniques are included in what is often referred to as biotechnology or modern biotechnology. USDA supports the safe and appropriate use of science and technology, including biotechnology, to help meet agricultural challenge and customer needs of the 21st century. USDA played a key role in assuring that biotechnology plants and products derived from these plants are safe to be grown and used in the United States. Once these plants and products enter commerce, USDA supports bringing these and other products to the worldwide marketplace. How government regulates biotechnology plants. The government has a coordinated, risk-based system to ensure that the new biotechnology products are safe for the environment and human and animal health. Established as a formal policy in 1986. Implication and ethics. Genetically modified food. The development and use of genetically modified food is a contentious topic. Scientists have perfected the ability to put genes into more complex organisms like plants and animals and alter their genetic makeup. This gives us the ability to create strong and healthy plants resistant to pests and disease or that contains more nutrients, as well as animals with increased disease resistance or that produce a better yield of meat, eggs, or milk. Some people, however, are very concerned about the risk that genetically modified (GM) foods might pose. They fear that GM food could transfer the new genes to the other organisms, including humans, have unforeseen effects on health and environment, and affect biodiversity. The concern should not be ignored. Throughout, it's important to remember that humans have been altering food for centuries by selecting, breeding, and cultivating the varieties of plants and animals that were tastier and easier to grow. We now enjoy seedless grapes and large, sweet apples that bear only a passing resemblance to their ancestors, the crab apples. In fact, all the foods we eat have been changed by humans, but now, instead of choosing which animals or plants we breed to get a desired result, genetic engineering gives us the ability to choose genes from one organism and put it into another. By genetically modifying food, we can alter food so they contain the proteins code of bacteria or viruses. When the food is eaten, your body will mount an immune response against those proteins. It's the same as getting a vaccination. This food can be dried and eaten in tablet form. The technology could benefit people in developing countries. A vaccine of hepatitis B has already put into tomatoes, improve the nutritional value of our food. This is specifically important in regions where limited crops are available. A prime example is golden rice. This new strain of rice contains a large amount of beta-carotene, the precursor of vitamin A. About 30% of children of worldwide suffer immunodeficiency because they don't get enough vitamin A and produce medically important chemicals more cheaply than in the lab. For example, genetically modified cow can now produce human growth hormone in their milk. The hormone is easily extracted from the milk without harming the cow and is then used to treat thousands of children with growth problems. Pros of genetically modified food. Here are the primary benefits of GMO food. Number 1. Better overall quality and taste. Through the modification of food, the flavor can be enhanced. Peppers can become spicier or sweeter. Corn can become sweeter. And difficult flavors can become more palatable. Number 2. More resistant to disease. Plants and animals that have been genetically modified can become more resistant to the unexpected problems of disease. Think of it as a vaccine for that plant or animals, except that the vaccine is encoded into the genetics instead of a shot given to the immune system. Number 3. More nutrition benefits. GMO food can have vitamins and minerals added to them through genetic modification to provide greater nutritive benefits to those who eat them. This is especially common in developing countries that don't always have the access to needed resources. Cons of genetically modified food. Here are the primary problems with GMO food. Number 1. Environmental damage. By growing plants or raising livestock in environmental conditions that normally wouldn't support them, there is the potential of irrevocably damaging that environment. This is often seen through GMO crossbreeding weeds, for example, that can be crossed with GMO plants can often become resistant herbicides and creating the needs for more GMO efforts. Number 2, there is not economical value. GMO food take just as long to mature to take just much effort to grow, meaning that there is not real economical value to grow GMO food when compared to non-GMO food. Number 3. A growth in allergical reaction in the general population. Time and time again, studies have shown that the consumption of GMO foods increases the risk of food-based allergies in people.